All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Cain Stevens Paranormal Super Show. I'm your host, Cain Stevens, and this is my super show. I just want to thank everybody for. It seems like there were a lot of people who listened to my last couple episodes, especially my Arnold Heights ghost story for Rocktober or Ghosttober or whatever you want to call it. So I want to thank everybody for that. I had a lot of great feedback and a lot of people who listened, so that's awesome. Let's keep it up. I've got another ghost story here for you guys. This one is called Nightmare on Northwest 50th Street, and it is a pretty chilling tale of an account that somebody has given us, and I just want you guys to listen and just be aware that this is the type of stuff that is being said. So, I'm not going to name names. The names in this particular story that I've written are fictional names. The story is all basically there. How they foresaw the way things were going. So, obviously I had to beef it up, so to speak, to make it more palatable, but this is the story that was told. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and just stick around, everybody. We'll be I'll probably talk a little bit after the story, but enjoy this theater of the mind.
Amber and Ken were a young, loving couple with 2 daughters and a son on the way. They were optimistic, vibrant, and hungry for a better life for themselves. Just out of bad relationships, maybe Arnold Heights was just the place they needed to begin. Ken had lived at different houses in the area nearly his entire life. The idea of paying only $5.25 a month for a 3-bedroom big enough for a family of 5 was just what they needed to get the start they deserved. It would take some getting used to sharing a duplex with a family with only a thin wall separating all the noise. Ken knew what he was getting into, but Amber would need some time. Every crack, pop, stomp, and sneeze could be heard. As time went on, it became easier though. You could drown out the noise without giving it a thought, until the noises began picking up in their side of the duplex. Like most hauntings, it was gradual. A knock or two after 3 a.m., something going bump in the night. While sitting in the living room, you could hear shuffling in the stairway and the back hall. Ken would chalk it up as just another old house shifting with the weather. Heard this stuff thousands of times out here, he said. Then he chuckled. Amber wasn't so sure. Her mind was playing games though. Ken worked painting roads long hours all through the night. Amber was a homemaker with the 3 little ones 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. However tired, she had no problem keeping the kids happy most of the time. A massive playroom was crafted in the open basement. A sanctuary for the kids to run wild and give Mom a much-needed break while she feeds the baby again and again. Amber on occasion would sing or hum to get the baby to calm down before its slumber. One of the hot songs for the baby's playlist was the old classic Frere Jacques. Though it was short and sweet, its cadence lulled sometimes both of them to sleep. With the girls running around in the backyard or in the basement, Amber shushed them and made quick work of their son, laying him ever so gently in his crib. She walked slowly away. She shut the door so ever carefully to not wake him. Amber dragged a basket of laundry downstairs, picked up what was left of lunch, and sat for a well-earned moment to herself. The girls were playing quietly in their playhouse out back, and the house fell entirely quiet. But not for long. Creaking from the back of their house as if someone was walking, first subtle, then more persistent as time went on. Amber sat listening intensely to each noise that came next. A crack here, a pop there. You could hear the floor movement as it did with each footstep to the 50-plus-year-old subfloor. Amber was convinced the girls must have snuck into the front door undetected, since she didn't see them come through the back connected to the living room. She walked back through the hallway, hoping to catch them in the act. She whipped around the corner to peek in the girls' room. No luck. She opened the closet. Nobody there. Suddenly more shuffling coming from the baby's room. At this point, Amber was frustrated to say the least. If those girls wake up their brother, she thought. Walking towards the closed door, she could hear humming. At first kind of muffled, it became a little louder each second. Eventually, the hum began to come together, each note crafting a song a little bit at a time. What the heck is going on in there, she thought. She walked even more carefully, pressing her ear to the door. The hum was now a full tune, one familiar to Amber. A song her mom had sang to her when she was young. And now she's singing it to her own kids. It was a song for Jaka. Amber couldn't believe her ears. She had to see which one of the girls was up to no good. She grabbed the doorknob carefully, clenched tightly. She began turning. Just as she began pushing the door open, the sound of the back door in the living room crashed violently. 2 very fast steps of feet came pounding into the hall. The girls were coming in from outside. Amber's mind could barely fathom what had taken place. She quickly blasted into the baby's room. The humming had dissipated like a cold breath of winter air. The glider next to the crib was rocking oh so slightly, but nobody was there. Amber grabbed the still sleeping baby and held him tight, pulled him out of the room. Time was flying by and the kids were now growing like weeds. The girls now going to the new Arnold Elementary School. This was a nice reprieve to Amber. Ken, still working long hours, was gone most of the time. For Amber, the alone time with her son was just what she needed to get through the monotony of another day as a stay-at-home mom. The house had been active most of the time now. Even alone, you never felt alone. Shadows moved carefully down the hallway, blocking out the doorways even more than they were at night. Footstep sounds were not uncommon throughout the entire day. This day was no different than any other day, except this sound was more coming from the basement. The basement full of toys, sound equipment, things that Ken had acquired as an amateur musician over the years. The shuffling on the stairs in the basement, it was becoming a nuisance as the day progressed. Even their walking but unsteady toddler would step in his tracks to inspect the noise. The shuffling became more of a dragging sound, as if someone was moving the furniture from one side of the concrete floor to the other. What now? Amber wondered. Dragging is unmistakable, similar to when the kids are playing, aka ripping the basement to shreds. It was just her and the boy now, though. Amber walked to the kitchen to look out the window to see if the neighbors were still at work. Both clunky cars were gone from their driveway. A loud crash downstairs. Amber was now convinced someone was in the house that shouldn't be there. As more popping and dragging persisted, Amber felt helpless. She quickly snatched her little boy up into her arms and ran to the bathroom. She made sure to lock it behind her. Then she checked to make sure that she still had her phone. She tried calling Ken, no answer. She dialed again and again, but to no avail. Amber couldn't decide whether to call the police or not. She decided to call her dad instead. He worked at the same place Ken did and was only 15 to 20 minutes away. Amber's dad made it there in record time. He exploded through the door and beelined for the basement. The noises had subsided, but weren't silenced. As her dad walked down the stairs, it felt as if someone was waiting to pounce, but nobody surfaced. He checked every inch of the house. Nothing was moved. Nothing was out of the ordinary. They were safe. But Amber wasn't fooled. Amber knew someone was always with them.
Man, if that didn't scare the crap out of you, if I had a diaper, I'd be full right now. That was it's a pretty chilling story. It's pretty wild. The things that they went through in this particular story, and they're not the only ones. They're not alone. But some of you that got people that are commenting to me, some good, some not so good. I don't know. They're not saying anything bad to me. They're saying that they just don't understand. They don't have any hauntings in their house, and they don't understand why other people would be. Well, that's the nature of it, isn't it? It's not everywhere. There's not a house haunted everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that this neighborhood is full of it, from front to back, top to bottom, left to right, north, south, east, and west. It's not just centralized to an area. But I mean, if you don't have a haunting, good, that's great. Yeah, most people, there's a very select few, a small amount of people who want a haunting. Everybody else, they don't want any part of it. So, that's great. I know, I know if you're trying to troll me over this, it's not going to work. I don't care if you think that I'm some kooky guy or whatever, and you're not going to get to me. I don't care about it, how you feel about the paranormal. If you're just there to poke fun, it's just going to be, that's your opinion. I do respect you for it. I truly do. But I'm not going to let you affect me or, bully people who have come forward and want to talk about it. It's not necessary. So just keep that in mind. Honestly, I'd say 95% of the comments and feedback are great. And then there's that 5% that you can tell that they don't buy into it. They want to troll. They want to get us out of the whole spectrum of podcasting and all that. I mean, it's not like they're out to ruin it, but you could just tell that they don't want any part of this type of thing. I don't know why. Maybe it scares them. Maybe they think it's dumb, but that's fine. I mean, you're welcome to your opinion, and I respect you either way. So sorry about that. That was my phone going off. Scared the crap out of me. I almost shot up out of my chair like a rocket. But the show is going great. I'm not gonna do para news today. I could do why not? Let's do a dream segment for those of you who haven't heard. So let me grab the old book here. Give me a moment. This is America's favorite book, maybe even the world. It's a book that I got from a garage sale for like 50 cents or something. It's a 1970s book, Your Horoscopes and Your Dreams. It's a yellow book. It's a cool book. It's a pretty book, and it's got interpretations of your dreams in here. So what I like to do is I like to read the interpretations and tell you if you're dreaming about this ridiculous stuff that this is what it means. So we're gonna just do this at random. Once again, we're gonna hold the book above our head. We're gonna wave it side to side like we just don't care. And we're gonna flip through the pages here. Here, you can hear the pages. Oh, there we are. We're gonna go to here we are. Okay. So we're gonna go to the letter of M, and we're gonna go to the word mushroom. See also toadstool. So if you're playing Super Mario Brothers before you go to bed, you're probably dreaming about mushrooms and toadstools and all that stuff. So this could be what it means, though. To pick mushrooms in a dream is an indication that through taking intelligent chances, you will make considerable money. To eat them signals achievement in social life that will help you financially. So, so mushrooms are great in your sleep. I don't suggest taking a bunch of, you know, psilocybin mushrooms or whatever before you go to sleep. But I don't know. I don't take it. I don't suggest you do it, but I don't know. But if you're dreaming and you pick a mushroom, that indicates that you're taking an intelligent chance and you will make a boatload of cash. If you eat them in your dream, it tells you that you're meeting all your social goals. Your social life is great, and it'll actually help you financially. So you're making connections, everybody. So that's something. That's pretty good. Let's see what else we can find here. We'll flip back and forth. Do it at random here. Oh, here we go. All right. Well, this is something that I can dig. This one's a folk song. Neil Young or whatever your favorite folk folk people are. I guess. You know, I guess really anybody. I mean, if you think about folk, you could guess it to be anybody. I mean, you could maybe you're a big Bob Dylan fan or something, or you're a fan of you know Simon and Garfunkel or something. But anyways, as a rule, I dream of hearing people sing folk forecasts. So if they're singing folk songs, excuse me, folk music, it forecasts much pleasure in the company of your family and friends. So if you hear a folk song, I don't know if you hear Knocking on Heaven's Door or Old Man or something. Yeah, and you're not just listening to it, when you go to sleep. I mean, you can. I guess as a rule in this book, if you dream of hearing people singing that, it's going to it looks like you're going to have a lot of good times, much pleasure in the company of your family and friends. So that isn't all bad. Let's do one more. Fool. If you dream of playing the fool, being the fool, pity the fool. Then this basically, well, this is pretty straightforward here, I guess. It means that you're basically, in direct line with some sort of foolish take or something foolish, some foolishness going on. You will reap according to the manner in which you sow. So if you're the fool and you're playing the fool, you might reap some negative benefits of it. If you're doing it for all the right reasons, maybe something good's coming from it. So that's what it means if you're playing the fool in your dreams. So I always pity the fool, as Mr. T did, and you should too. With that being said, there's the there's the ridiculous dream segment from that wonderful book. So, this is a pretty short episode, but this is part of my ghost story, Ghosttober type episode for this month. Yeah, I'm doing it just for October, so this is part of the Curse of Arnold Heights series. And I hope that all of you people in Airpark and Arnold Heights can respect what I'm trying to do, and just be respectful to me, and I'll be respectful to you. And I just hope you guys keep listening. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing to help me just get the word out there. The whole point of this is to make it more palatable, easier for everybody to be able to talk about a haunting without feeling like a nut. So all you people who want to comment about tinfoil hats and all this stuff, you're welcome to wear one and go away. Just leave us alone. We don't want to hear it. But if we will respect you, but it's a dumb narrative. They're the people who just want to comment and laugh because they don't understand something. You people can be very dangerous in a lot of ways. You're your ignorance in that sense is frightening. And throughout history, it can cause a lot of things. I mean, it causes a lot of issues, and it has throughout history. So just chill out. If you don't want to listen, tune out. If you do want to listen, I want to thank you all. And if you some of you, it's just like in radio, there you could be kind of like one of those haters that hates the show and but still listens. So we do welcome you listening, and we do appreciate it. I'm just asking that maybe we can come to common ground on some of this stuff. So feel free to message me whenever you'd like. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Just look up Cain Stevens Paranormal, or just Cain Stevens. You can be part of my personal page, the Cain Stevens Paranormal Super Show. I'm on TikTok, Cain Stevens Podcast, and just look me up. Find me on YouTube. Continue to support the show. So we're streaming on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, or iTunes, whatever's out there. All the streaming sites where you can get podcasts, we're there. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the other side. Good night.